What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. 2025 started out right, and I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let me turn the lights off here. I wanted to go over, as y'all can see, we got some snow a couple of days ago. I want to go over some winter tips for preparing for this. Now, I've got to turn those off. Now, one, you can have a snow brush. Here's what I'm going to show you. So, you can do this however you want, different ways. But find the softest microfiber brush or microfiber towel, you can find. Just a tip, and I'll show you here in a second. I don't have my headband on for the GoPro, but what you want to do, where's my GoPro, is clip it here and here at the top, and then you can wipe it, and it's a nice soft, and those bristles won't scratch your paint. And this is an extendable brush that the head folds up, but what you want to do is lock it so these are on the top part as much as possible. They're very thin rubber. They got rubber on them, so it's not going to hurt the paint if it does touch it. But not all of them are rubber, so find rubber ones. You want some of this de-icer. Now you can use the shield to pre-treat it. Another thing you want to do is you want to put your windshield wiper blades up. Another tip, you want to make sure your windshield is completely clean. All your windows are completely clean and treated, preferably with a ceramic. I'm going to show you one that I love now as one of my favorites in the next video. You want to make sure your wiper blades are clean and treated with spray silicone on a rag and wipe it good, and then let it dry for about 10 minutes, and then put your wiper back down, both wipers. You want to make sure all your fluids are topped off. Okay, so you want to pop your hood. Okay, nope, the moon's out. Pop your hood. I'll make sure your air filter is good. You want to make sure your coolant is full to the full line. You want to make sure your battery cables are good. You want to make sure your intake filter is good. You want to make sure all these are tight. Your catch can, check that if you have one. Washer fluid, brake fluid, your electrical, make sure nothing's leaking. Transmission fluid, if you have a dipstick. Not all do now. Make sure everything's, spray this with some silicone. Spray this with some silicone to keep it from freezing. Okay. Check your headlights. Check your turn signals. Check your fog lights. Check your brake lights. Your reverse lights. All that good stuff. We'll check all that. Check your hitch and wiring and that. Another thing you want to do as well is coat. If you have a smart straw, spray that, a little bit of silicone, get in there, WD-40 the hinges, spray it on a rag, and go around all these edges with WD-40 on a rag, okay, or silicone if you want, on a rag, and it will keep all these doors. You notice, do your lock cylinder if you have one. This is the only side that has one. And it'll help keep all that from freezing. I had no issues with any of this freezing. When you get in your truck or your car, you want to make sure you have everything you need. Okay, I have emergency kits. I have a jump pack. You want to make sure your seats are clean, your floor is nice and clean. Turn your vehicle on, make sure you have plenty of fuel. Make sure all your instruments are working. Make sure your heat's working. Make sure it's working properly. check your cabin air filter if you have one. Make sure it's clean. If it's not, your heat's not going to work as well, just like your air conditioning. Make sure that's clean. Inside of your windows, nice and clean. And look, guys, this is all week with all the salting on the road and brine. You can still see out of it. Wait till I show you. And I haven't, yeah. I literally haven't, I've used the washer fluid a little bit, but it's mostly just been the defroster. Another thing, and I might be able to get to it. If you have I had it on a few days ago, and it's called a snow cover that goes over your front windshield and your mirrors. If you have one of those, put that on there. Now that's good initially. And once you go to work or wherever you're going and you take that off, it's not going to be as good because snow's going to get on it. You're not going to be able to clean it, especially if it's still snowing. It snowed till about 7 p.m. or so. The night I got off about 7 or so. So I just had to let the defroster take that brush with the stuff on it and with the microfiber on it, and I had to go across it again, and the windows and doors and all. Had to do all that, the roof, the hood. Make sure, another tip nobody really shares much, but I'm going to go over it because it's necessary. Okay, it's not talked about often. Before you leave, give your vehicle a few minutes. Let it warm up while you're doing this. If you can, take the key. I have my key and my fob on 2 different rings, so I can detach the fob, lock it while the vehicle's still running, and I can clean everything off. But make sure your hood's clean. Make sure your tailgate and your bed sides are clean. Make sure your roof's clean. Everything you can get clean. Trunk if you have a car, like the vehicle over there if you have a car. Make sure that's clean. Make sure all the snow that you can get off is off, so that when you're going down the road, snow's not blowing on other people and impairing their visibility. That's very important, especially when it freezes like it's going to do again tonight. Now, we had some more snow last night, but not much. It's already been cleared off and cleaned. I've been out in the truck a little bit. Make sure your 4-wheel drive works. Make sure your rear axle fluid, if you have it, front differential, transfer case, transmission filter, that you change it in the summer. Do your services in the summer, in the early fall, in the spring. Make sure you're not having to do them in the winter. I've got an exhaust leak. I got to put my refrigerator on. Get under there and find it tonight sometime. The refrigerator will keep me from having to be cold. That stuff will make you sweat even when you're doing minimum work. I'll show you that. Make sure you have a set of that if you can get it. My refrigerator is over 20 years old. It's awesome, especially when you're in sub-zero temperatures. Make sure you have proper snow boots. Make sure you have an extra set of clothes in your vehicle, a set of emergency lights, some bottled water, some tools in case you need to do an emergency fix on your vehicle or something. Make sure your tires are inflated. Put them a little bit higher. Check your owner's manual, but if you put bigger tires or different tires, check your rating on your tires. D, E rated, all those hold different air pressures and require different air pressures. So don't just go by the label on your door sill here, like you see there, because I don't have the stock size tires anymore. This truck came with two 65 R18 tires. I have two 85 65 R18s now, about to go to 295 or 305s here in the next couple of months or so, possibly. So it's different. Tire pressures are required for different sizes. D rated, E rated, truck rated, regular passenger, light truck, all that kind of thing. You can inflate it to the max air pressure on the tire. Not a great idea, because as the tires heat up, it'll build pressure. You don't want to go over and explode at risk a blowout much more. Just like low tire pressure, risk problems. Make sure there's no damage. Make sure your tread looks good. Make sure your wheels are good. Make sure your brakes are good. Make sure if you have any greasable components, make sure they're greased. That's routine. Mine stay greased routinely, so it's not a big deal. Have a jump pack. Make sure it's charged. Have portable chargers for your devices and all. Make sure you have your phone fully charged. Have your solar chargers if you have them, or portable chargers, Anchor, whatever it might be, in case you get stuck. I'm about to buy something. I have a portable shovel. It's a foldable shovel. You want to get a portable, foldable shovel, and I'll show you this stuff to you. It's getting late and getting dark, so it's not going to be tonight, but I'll show that to you. Make sure you have flashlights. I have a ton of them in the center console, so that is not a problem. A knife in case you need it. I have a whole tool bag full of different tools and stuff I might need. I have different gloves. I have waterproof gloves in case I have to get on a video and go do something. I have my refrigerator, which will keep me from getting soaked. I have rain gear to put over my clothes in case it's a little bit wet, to keep me a little bit drier. I have all kinds of towels, microfiber towels. I have my cleaning tools. I have my windshield cleaning stuff. All that in the underseat storage box. Have emergency lights. I have straps. Have tow straps. I have a tow hitch. Have anything I need in case I need to help pull somebody out. If you're going to pull somebody out, make sure you know what you're doing. Where to hook to, where not to hook to. When to pull from the front, when to pull from the rear. If they went in one way, pull them out the same way. Hook to the low side. If you have to hook to the frame, try to hook to a frame spot if they have a place to hook to in their frame. Tons of stuff to go over. Make sure your radiator, everything's working. Make sure your charging ports are working. Make sure your battery is at the proper voltage. Make sure your alternator is working. Make sure your belts are good. Make sure your water pump's good. All that stuff. Make sure nothing's leaking. Your radiator's not leaking. Your brake reservoirs, your brake calipers. I just put new rotors and pads on it this past summer, so I'm good. And I got an upgraded kit for it. Now it's Power Stop, and I found out recently they're not made in the United States. So maybe I'll take that kit off at some point and put EBC. They're made in the United States. I don't know. They've done pretty good, I must admit. So, make sure your windows go up and down properly. Make sure nothing's broke. Make sure your mirrors work if you have heated mirrors. Bottled water, some snacks in case you get stuck for a period of time. Or you're stuck in traffic. You could be stuck in traffic. Again, extra clothes. I have extra clothes I carry in here and all when I'm going to be farther away from home. Make sure your spare tire is in good condition in case you need to change it. I have the tools to change the spare tire. A certain setup that I like better than what comes from factory. I'm just looking for the scissor jack will work. Not my favorite, but it will work. Make sure you have close to the proper size spare tire. Make sure your wheel weights are good. Make sure all your bushings are good. Your shocks are in proper working condition. Your suspension components, sway bar, all that stuff. I've got a tire gauge in here to check my inflation. I've got screwdrivers. I've got just about everything I need. I've got a power inverter in here as well that I can hook up in here and run 110 off of. It's a Cobra inverter. Make sure you have proper headgear, proper winter gloves, scarves if you need them, hoodies, whatever. Just make sure you're properly prepared and have enough equipment. So, in saying all that, guys, remember to like, subscribe, comment, share, hit notifications. I will go over this stuff. Make sure you have medical equipment if you need it. You know, bandages, gauze, alcohol wipes, anything to help with keep infection at bay, ointments, anything, heated blanket, whatever you need. There's tons of it for winter. I'll go over in a more in-depth video here soon. All the stuff I keep in my truck. I have the jump pack out of the wife's truck right now. I'll go over that too. I'm not sure if I'm going to get the same one or not for mine. My Noco took a dump, so she was off the 2 days. The storm was really bad, so she didn't have to go anywhere. So I took the jump pack. Now it's back with her. In a pinch, I have jumper cables if I need to throw them in there, but I would have to hook that up because most people don't know how to use jumper cables anymore. Most everybody has a jump pack, so I'm just looking at what I'm going to get. I haven't decided yet. But anyway, guys, if you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, share, notifications. All this stuff, everything I do is bought and paid for by me, for me, and to show you guys. I have not been sponsored. Nobody's bought it. Nobody's sent it to me for free. The lights, everything I do to this truck, the tires, the mods that I do, everything's paid for by me. So remember to stay tuned, guys. And once we hit 100, doing a free giveaway. Love y'all. Stay warm or stay cool if you're in a really hot environment. Thoughts and prayers go out to everybody in California. Hopefully they get through this and come out the other end better. Sad situation, but it happens. Natural disasters are a part of life, and it doesn't make it any easier knowing that, but just pray for those people that as many as possible make it out alive. There's already been some deaths. It's sad, but when you live out in some of those areas, there's always a threat of that. It's every year, it seems like. So it's like snow. If you're not prepared, it can come back and bite you. Fire is even worse because it's just so fast, especially in those areas. It intensifies so quickly. Sometimes there's just no time to prepare. So pray for all those people, that God shows grace and mercy to them. Hopefully they get through it. Just sad. A lot of people are going to lose everything, and that's horrible. Whatever you can do to help those people, donate whatever, do it for sure. That's what America's for, helping each other. So don't forget that, guys. Love y'all. Stay safe. And I will see you on the next video. Have a good day, guys. Peace out.